In the realm of Oldoria, where verdant forests stretched beyond the horizon, lived a half-elf, half-orc named Kellen. With the graceful pointed ears of his mother and the robust physique of his orc father, Kellen often found himself at odds with both communities. The orcs considered him too soft, and the elves saw him as a brutish outsider. Caught in the middle, Kellen felt an emptiness in his heart, a longing for a connection he could not articulate but knew he needed. Determined to find his mother, the elf who had once loved an orc warrior and ultimately vanished from his life, Kellen gathered what little courage he had. With a ragged satchel slung over his shoulder and a hand-carved wooden staff that his father had gifted him on his 15th birthday, he set out on his journey north toward the fabled elven villages that many claimed were a sanctuary of magic and wonder. The path was not easy. Kellen trudged through dense forests and over rugged hills, facing the occasional snarl of a wild beast and the disapproving glares of wandering elves, who eyed him with a mixture of curiosity and disdain. Yet, he remained steadfast, driven by the hope of finding the mother who had fallen silent in his life. Days turned into weeks as he traveled farther from home, until at last, he stumbled across a hidden valley bound by ancient trees, their trunks gnarled and majestic. In the heart of the valley, he discovered a village unlike any he had ever seen. Delicate spires crowned with flowers reached for the sky, and streams shimmered with the soft glow of bioluminescent flora. This was the elven village of Aloria, a place steeped in magic and mystery. As Kellen strolled through the streets painted with vivid colors and filled with the melodious sounds of cicadas, his heart began to pound. In the small area encircled by blooming cherry trees, he spotted a high elf engaged in the art of magic. Her long black hair shimmered with a bluish hue in the moonlight, and her fluid gestures seemed to wield the very forces of nature. She was mesmerizing, a radiant representation of the beauty that had remained just out of his reach for so long. Compelled by unseen force, Kellen stepped closer, captivated by her delicate features and the way she seemed to bend the air itself to her will. She was known as Elysia, a gifted sorceress of Aloria. Each flick of her wrist conjured vibrant sparks of light, illuminating her fair skin with a celestial glow. "Your magic is beautiful," he finally mustered, his voice reverberating with sincerity. Elysia turned, her hazelnut eyes widening as she took in the sight of the half-orc before her. Instead of the harsh judgment he expected, a gentle smile graced her lips. "Thank you, traveler. It's rare to see one so brave to venture into our realm." As they spoke, Kellen felt the missing piece of himself slowly knitting together. Elysia listened without prejudice, and they shared stories of their worlds, the elven legacy from which he hailed, and the struggles he had faced in a life of division. There was an understanding between them that transcended their origins, binding them in a way Kellen had never thought possible. Days turned into weeks, and Kellen found himself enchanted by not only Elysia's magic but also her heart. They would wander the forest trails, laugh beneath the stars, and share dreams of a world where their differences did not matter. In these moments, Kellen began to see the flickers of hope, a future where he could reclaim his identity as both a half-orc and a half-elf, and perhaps mend the broken pieces of his past. Yet, nestled within this newfound bliss was the unresolved longing for his mother. Kellen confided in Elysia about his quest, and together they sought the knowledge hidden among the elders of Aloria. Rumor had it that an ancient oracle could unveil the mysteries of the heart, revealing paths lost to time. One fateful night, guided by moonlight, Kellen and Elysia ventured to the oracle's grove, where gnarled trees whispered secrets and the air was thick with a sense of foreboding. As they stood before the oracle, shrouded in luminescent mist, the ethereal being looked at Kellen with knowing eyes. "Your mother walks among the stars," the oracle spoke. "She has not abandoned you, but has, instead, become a part of the very essence of the world. In embracing your duality, you will find her again in spirit, if not in form." Kellen's heart ached with both sorrow and understanding. The journey he had undertaken was not in vain. It had brought him to Elysia, to a love he had never dreamed possible, and to a realization that his identity was not a burden to bear, but a gift to honor. With newfound clarity, Kellen returned to Eloria, where he and Elysia forged a life together amidst enchantment and acceptance. Together, they practiced magic, blending their unique heritages into something beautiful and transcendent. Kellen learned that love knew no bounds, and in embracing his fragmented self-orc and elf alike he found so much more than he had ever sought. In the verdant embrace of Oldoria, Kellen discovered that home was not a place, but a feeling found in the warmth between souls, in the laughter shared, and in the love that illuminated the path ahead. And somewhere, amidst the stars, his mother's spirit smiled upon him, knowing that he was finally whole.